Welcome to the JWK show. Thank you for tuning in. Check out our sponsor, crypto exchange BITUNIX. We have no KYC, no VPN. Link is in the description below. We have a decode from BG123, and we have all of his videos being with the timestamp 502. And BG123 responds, someone is having fun, does this help? So it seems like we do have BG123 using the 502 timestamp often, and we have from Mr. Pool as well, exact same timestamp 502, and we have UBI. We have universal basic income for the people as foretold by the Xrp insiders and Elon Musk as well. And now we have Justin, some New Yorkers are getting $12,000 in crypto for a universal basic income experiment sponsored by Coinbase. We do have the 1% really pushing UBI, as UBI is a form of way to control people financially. So this is something that we definitely don't want, but unfortunately it is coming. Obviously it has its pros and cons. We do have from Coinbase as well an update that is wonder what's inside. We have December 17 product announcement. So definitely watch out for this dates to learn about the upcoming new Coinbase products. And from BG123 we have And from BG123, we have boom. So will December this month, starting today, be a boom month? And we talked about how Saudi Arabia discovered 11 million tons of gold, silver, copper, and zinc. We have silver, copper making new all-time highs. And now, the day we have SA discovering 11 million tons of precious metals, we have Trump posting himself and Melina and the Saudi crown prince, right? So do we have anything to do with the 11 million tons of precious metals with Donald Trump? And we have from Elon Musk as well. Elon Musk says working will be optional in less than 20 years because of AI and robotics. Instead of working, we have universal basic income. But in the last video, we talked about how Elon Musk pointed out the mouse utopia, and when everything was given to them, right, the mouses did not thrive. And we have the exact same thing happening to society right now, and this is something that Elon Musk is pushing. So we do have Elon Musk contradicting himself by pushing UBI and essentially providing everything for everyone by doing nothing. As we said, guys, Elon Musk is a very evil person, and the only reason why he's this big is because of the 1%, not because he works hard, not because he works smart, because he's part of the club. And we have the next agenda from the 1%, and that is hidden energy will be on the young. Expect the elites to go after children even harder in 2025. And this was all the way back in 2023. And now we have Rockefeller Foundation partners with Mr. Beast. We have the beast symbolism to target youth with next-gen propaganda. Guys, this is some very scary stuff as well. We have lots of brainwashing happening from Elon Musk and his friends. And we talked about the price of XRP as well. Right, we do have the market crash trader back on his shorts. We had the infamous trader who called the October 10 market crash, opening a 5x short on 5,000 Ethereum, which is $15 million. Now we do have the crypto market dumping. Bitcoin, ETH, XRP down 4 or 5%. We have Bitcoin at $86,000, XRP at 204, and Ethereum trading at 2,843. So this is clearly an insider whale. Again, shorty. At the exact moment, we have cryptos falling back down. We can see XRP dumping from $2.16 all the way down to $2.04. And this is something we talked about as well. We talked about the sell signal forming on the stochastic RSI back on 28th. And every time we have the RSI stochastic having a sell signal, we could see over here, and over here, we have the prices of XRP dropping. So we are expecting the price of XRP to drop based on that as well. But guys, with XRP dropping, this is the perfect time to buy even more XRP. We are testing a very critical level at around the $2 mark. And we have Tom Lee giving us his market analysis as well. Let's take a look at this from CNBC.
Let's say 7,000 in the S&P by year end. Now that's only like 2.5% up from here. We made some progress. But a year ago, you also thought we'd hit 7,000 in the first half of this year. So what happened along the way? And I guess what might you think about in terms of impediments looking into 2026?
Yes, I mean, we're almost through this year. And I'd say looking back, this was 5 years of history compressed into 1 year because we had a major bear market, the biggest tariff hikes ever. And that, of course, killed any hope of any 7,000 in the first half. But miraculously, stocks went into a waterfall decline and recovered every single point of that decline symmetrically. So it really speaks to the resilience. But I guess as we're thinking about next year, I bet you it's going to be very similar in the sense that we'll get a policy shock, maybe whether it's monetary or from the administration, it could lead to a big drawdown of 20% again. Yeah. But it's a replay of this year, and maybe we've now had 3 20% bear markets in 5 years. I mean, that's a lot of history compressed into a 5-year period.
Now, you mentioned obviously the confusion over...
Right, as Tom Lee said, this has been one of the hardest bull runs ever, and the people holding and buying will be rewarded.
The path for the Fed as contributing to this recent pullback, as well as some policy flux in there. What role did the violent shakeout in crypto have on all that? Because a week ago, that's all we were talking about was Bitcoin can't stop going down. The NASDAQ wants to follow it, or people are concerned about how that's going to knock other things loose in other financial assets. So it's stabilized, but it's not exactly sort of participating to the upside in this bounce.
Yes. So crypto had been a leading indicator for actually most of the last 5 years. But on October 10th, crypto had what I would call Armageddon, a flash event, but it led to a liquidation that was never seen in the 15 years history of Bitcoin. About a third of the market makers went out of business that day. Almost 2 million accounts went to zero. Yeah. And it was because of a pricing error, what I would call a glitch, and it led to what they call auto-deleveraging.
You've definitely made that case that it definitely seems as if there was something in the kind of market maker functioning that got fouled. Yeah. Now, that being said, the reason you can have all those accounts auto-liquidated is because there were that many accounts with that much leverage that got Bitcoin up to where it was, above 120.
Yes.
Right? I mean, so it's not as if it happened in a vacuum.
Yeah. So in a way, it means crypto represents really a very precise measurement of risk appetite, because there's so much more leverage, and that got wiped out. Right. That last time it happened in 2022, it took 8 weeks before people sort of touch their toes back in. I think that's where we are. We're near a bottom, but now I don't think crypto leads. Crypto is lagging because it's really the AI that's going to be leading.
Okay, so so basically that is kind of sidelined the idea of what, Bitcoin 150,000 you were thinking before?
Well, I think it's still very likely that Bitcoin's going to be above 100,000 before year end, and maybe even above to a new high. So Bitcoin makes its moves in 10 days and every year. I think some of those best days are still going to happen before year end.
So overall, we are still looking bullish up until 2026. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.